There are millions of characters in the fiction world. I'm not only talking about anime here, but most of them are pretty average at best. But some of them are brilliantly written. But why is that? Is it because they are badasses? Is it because they are ruthless? Is it because they are good, noble characters? I'm talking about everyone here, good guys and the bad guys. Or is it just because they are cool? People are different, so each and everyone has their own criteria for selecting their favorite characters. For me, it is relatability. I like when the character is relatable. When Chrollo Lucifer was first introduced, I wasn't that impressed. He was kind of boring, but with time I started to love his character. Or does he even have a character? There's this one scene after watching that I knew Chrollo would become one of my favorite characters ever. So let's get to Chrollo.
なぜだろうな。関係ないからじゃないか。いや、改めて問われると答えがたいものだな。動機の言語化か。あまり好きじゃないしな。しかし案外、いや、やはりと言うべきか。自分をつかむ鍵はそこにあるか。
Chrollo Lucifer grew up in Meteor City. That means that he already doesn't know who his parents are. Meteor City is basically a dump yard where you can literally throw anything useless into. Garbage, useless junk and even children. And the citizens of Meteor City take everything with both hands. So Chrollo is one of those children. So he already doesn't know why he is there, who his parents are and most importantly what his life purpose is. But the last one, his life purpose, hits a bit different. I like when an anime explores that part of a character. That's why I like Naruto so much with its earlier villains. But anyways, let's stick with Hunter x Hunter. There were lots of other kids as well, so it's pretty much inevitable that Chrollo makes some friends. There is this creepy scene that shows Chrollo's childhood running around playing with other kids. When you see this clip, what do you feel? You feel nothing. Even though Chrollo is laughing and playing, you can see or feel the emptiness in his heart, as if he had no emotions. I know there is this one scene where Chrollo is crying after knowing the death of Ugin, but we'll get into it soon. Anyways, Chrollo started a group called the Phantom Troop with some of his friends. But what are those people to Chrollo? Yes, they all grew up together, but do they mean anything to Chrollo? I don't think so. Chrollo wants to build up relationships and get close to others, but he can't do it. He has no emotions. One of the main rules of Phantom Troop is that anyone can just join the troop if he kills someone in the troop. So that means that it doesn't matter who's in the group. All that matters is that the group as a whole is going forward, or that the spider lives on. This is so sad because Chrollo wants to get attached, or better said, Chrollo wants to feel emotions towards other people. When he heard that a precious moon is lost, tears fell out of Chrollo's eyes, but he doesn't feel sad. He wants to feel sad because he knows that his childhood friend is dead, but he has no emotions. That's why, even though we can see him cry, there's no emotion behind it. But the true sad part is that Chrollo thinks that all the others are the same as him, with no feelings. He clearly says that even if he dies, the spider should live on. So he is expecting the others to kill him if necessary. Even when he got captured, he casually says that he is meaningless to the spiders, and that Kurapika would gain nothing by just killing him. That's what took Kurapika off his game as well, because in his eyes, he just called the leader of the Phantom Troop, the biggest group of thieves in the world. And now let's speak about one of the best moments in Hunter x Hunter history, the Requiem. Chrollo sends a message to the troop members to come to the cemetery building and make a big show as they come. All of the other troop members, except for Hisoka, are destroying all the Mafia members. And there are like multiple explosions, and Chrollo is on the balcony and conducting all the chaos. This scene was awesome. Chrollo is doing all of that for Ugin. And Chrollo says here, and I quote, "We dedicate this Requiem to you." This is really something else because I don't think that the others knew what Chrollo was doing at the time. When they arrived, Chrollo has just finished fighting Senno and Silver Soldic. Chrollo wanted to say goodbye to his friends by dedicating the Requiem to him. Even though this scene is so good, you can't help but notice the sad and depressing vibe. This scene defines Chrollo and Phantom Troop as a whole. And speaking of Phantom Troop, what does the Phantom Troop do? They steal stuff. Why do they steal stuff? Because Chrollo wants those stuff. Is it because they are important? No, it's because Chrollo likes them. He steals them or makes the troops steal them and after some time throws them away and moves to another item. He's pretty much like a little kid who moves on from one toy to another. This is also something else because he steals stuff, especially body parts, because he likes them. And after playing with them for some time, he gets bored and doesn't know what to do with them. That is kind of scary, to be honest. He did the same thing with Scarlet Eyes. He murdered the entire Kurta clan for the eyes and played with them for some time and sold them to the Fourth Prince. I won't even try to say that guy's name. I will make a video on the Fourth Prince later because that guy is something else. But anyways, back to Chrollo. So Chrollo is willing to go that far to get what he wants, even if it's only for like short amount of time. Yes, the Scarlet Eyes were famous, and yes, he must have sold those eyes for a good amount of money. But those are everything that happened because Chrollo lost interest in those eyes. You think that Chrollo murdered the entire Kurta clan to call the eyes for money? No, it's because he felt like it. And after killing all the people, he doesn't even feel anything towards the dead people. He just moves on. You could clearly see this in his fight against Hisoka. He killed like half of the spectators just for the sake of it. I mean, those people came to watch the fight. They came to see the Flowmaster in action. Most of them must have seen Chrollo from before as well, when he once fought in the 200th floor. Some of them could have been his fans cheering for Chrollo, but it didn't matter to Chrollo. Oh yeah, speaking of Hisoka, when he left the Phantom Troop, everyone was angry at him for betraying them and all, and some of them wanted to kill Hisoka. But Chrollo didn't really care. He was blank as always. And when he fought against Hisoka, he just did that because Chrollo was annoyed that Hisoka is always coming behind him asking for a match. And even after he quote-unquote killed Hisoka, he just left Hisoka's body at the arena and casually went home, as if nothing had happened. Only after when Hisoka threatened to kill every troop member and destroy the spider, Chrollo finally showed some emotion. I mean, it's not really emotion, it's just the first time he really wanted to kill someone. But he just said so casually, "Alright, we'll split up and search for Hisoka, and after that we are gonna have a party, and I want Hisoka's head on the table." Yup, that's it. And he just left to kill Hisoka. And speaking of fighting, let's talk about Chrollo's Nen ability, Skill Hunter. The power system Nen is so unique because it's a reflection on your soul, your will, your personality, your character, and everything in between, whatever you want to call it. That's why experienced Nen users can just guess other people's Nen category by character traits, like how Hisoka guessed Gon's Nen category. And what is Chrollo's Nen ability? It's Skill Hunter. What is Skill Hunter really? He can basically steal other people's Nen and use them. So what does this have to do with Chrollo's personality? Everything. Like I mentioned earlier, Chrollo doesn't know his identity. He doesn't have goals, he doesn't have a personality. He will like something now and will throw it out the next day. He doesn't even know who he is. He probably looks at others and tries to understand their personality and their motives. He probably tries to copy others in order to understand his personality and what personality really means. This is what I meant earlier with the scene with Gon. Chrollo says to Gon that he is doing all of this to understand himself. But he isn't sure about that too. How fitting is it that someone who doesn't know his own identity, trying to copy others, gets a Nen ability to steal other people's Nen? Now I just want you to get into Chrollo's shoes and think how he's feeling. Is it hard? I don't think so, because every single one of us has had at least one time where we thought, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? What do I really want to be? Even though we have people who motivate us by saying lots and lots of things about life, jobs and careers, it doesn't really help us at all. They just never ask you what you want to do or what you want to be. And even if they ask, we have nothing to say to them because we ourselves don't know what we want to do. And even if we have something in mind and we tell them, if it's not socially accepted, they probably wouldn't approve of that. Those thoughts are really scary. I know it because I've had those thoughts as well. Even now as a university student, I sometimes ask myself, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? Or is it worth all the effort? Now you know how Chrollo is feeling every time. Because for us, we think that everything will fall into place eventually and we try to move on with our lives. But for Chrollo, he can't even do that. He just goes forward without any dreams, goals and motives. He may never find what he truly wants with his life, which is why he has one of the saddest lives and he is one of the most relatable anime characters ever. Now then, if you don't like Chrollo that much, first of all, thank you for watching this video this far, and second of all, try to understand Chrollo even a little. Hopefully this video did that. And then watch the York New arc again. I'm 100% sure that your opinion will change. But anyways, leave a like and a comment if you want more videos like this, and don't forget to subscribe as well to always get my new uploads. This is Boy Xavier and I will see you soon.